Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's video. I don't really have any one big project going on the ranch today, so I thought today would be a good day to take you guys along on a day in the life. That's what we're doing today on Farmer Tyler Ranch. So normally I wake up at about 3:30 or 4, just depending on how I feel when the alarm goes off. And because it's still dark at that time, the first thing that I do is come out here into the shop and take care of any little projects that I got going on. So I've been really wanting to get working on the Jubilee again. It's kind of funny, the other day I was talking to my wife about what to do for videos this week. And she pointed out that there was a channel that I used to watch a lot, but I would always criticize the guy because he would always start projects and then you'd get all excited about it and then he would never finish them or never come back to them. So I don't want to be that guy. So I think soon we are going to get going back on the Jubilee. I've got some more parts coming in the mail, and I should have just about everything that I need to do everything that I want to do to this thing. So since I don't have a ton of parts for this thing right now, and I wasted probably half the morning looking for a microphone that I wasn't able to find, so I hope that I sound okay. But one thing that I do need to do that I've been putting off is I need to take this battery box off that I built, and I need to get this thing painted. That ought to be good for the battery box. I'm gonna let this thing dry today, and hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll get a chance to get some of that old-timey Ford red paint on there. The sun isn't quite up yet, but it's definitely light enough now that we can start doing some stuff outside. And the first thing that I need to do this morning is run down to the ranch because I've got a calf that needs some attention. I noticed yesterday when I was down at the ranch doing something that my little bottle calf is actually in the beginning stages of getting pink eye. This isn't a huge surprise to me because when he was born, he never got his mother's colostrum. All he got was the artificial colostrum that I gave him. So yeah, he got colostrum, but definitely not the same level of quality as what mother would have provided for him. So it doesn't surprise me that his immune system is a little bit weaker and that he was probably more susceptible to getting pink eye. The good thing is I don't think I'm gonna need a rope to doctor him. He should be pretty easy. Now we just got to figure out where he's at. I see a red white-faced calf in the center frame right there that's kind of looking at me. That might be him. There he is. Now, the other day when I doctored the calf, after roping him down and everything, it was pretty tough to film and give you guys a good look at what that eye actually looks like. But this guy's so gentle, as we know, I can definitely give you a better look at what pink eye looks like. So let's get a closer look. If you're a little queasy, you might just want to turn away for a minute though. So you see his right eye there is weeping down all over his face, and it's pretty white. So that right there are classic signs of pink eye. He's not too bad yet though, so I think all he's gonna need is just a little shot of powder. I don't need to give him an injection, and we'll just keep an eye on him, and if he doesn't improve in the next few days, then we'll take some further action. But for now, I think that's gonna be fine. You know, that's the first time ever. I think he's mad at me now. I've never really seen him try to get away from me like that. So obviously that medicine probably doesn't feel really good, but we got to do it. I mean, look at this guy. He's getting serious. Dude, what are you doing? Now that that's done, I've got one more thing that I need to get done this morning. It's about 6 o'clock now, so I'm starting to get short on time. But I need to run over to the hayfield and grab a few bales because I've been having to supplement the heifers in the heifer bowl because they're in a little pasture that's probably like 2 acres. So there's not enough grass out there for them to only be eating grass. So I've been having to supplement them with some hay. So Monday, which is today, is the day that I go get the hay for the week. So the other calf that I wanted to look at, of course, is the one that we doctored the other day. I've got this zoomed in. I'm not real close to her. If I get too close, she just runs away because, you know, she's kind of hip to that. But she's up walking around, eating. I saw her nurse a little bit earlier and appears to be doing okay. I can't really gauge her vision right now. I don't want to chase her around to test it, but tomorrow we're moving fields. We're going into the front pasture, so I'll get a good idea of what's going on with her vision then. Well, that is pretty much everything that I need to look at out here, so let's head over to the hayfield before I have to go to work. Now, before we run over to the hayfield, there's something that I just wanted to show you guys real quick because I don't know if it will still be happening when we get back. So I have noticed the last few days that in the pig pen, of course now they're all going crazy, but there's a chicken that like lives with them now. Initially I thought that the chicken just somehow got locked in there and couldn't figure out how to get out, but the other day I let it out of the pen and lo and behold, the next day it was right back in there with them. So this chicken sleeps with them. You know how pigs all kind of sleep in a pile. Well, the chicken's right in there sleeping with them. She eats with them. I mean, she thinks she's a pig from all I can tell. Here we are at the haystack. I need to probably grab 5 bales, so not too many, but just enough to keep me going through the week. The stack always bums me out whenever I get bales off of it because this corner, actually I don't think this had any tarp on it at all because I used my 2 tarps for the retail hay and I had another tarp that I put on this stack, but it didn't cover it completely. So a lot of the bales on this corner are severely damaged, as you guys can see. Some of them, like the one I put in the truck, it's only kind of like surface mold, so it's I mean, honestly, yeah, it's not great, but it's not really going to hurt them either. But a lot of these bales here got soaked all the way through. I don't know. I'll probably just end up spreading them out here and chopping them up because I just don't think there's that much worth saving here. We'll see. But like here again, you could see where the end of the tarp was right at the top of this stack, I think, and all the water was running off the tarp down the stack. So hopefully those bales aren't too damaged. Hopefully that's just surface mold. I mean, they're not starting to collapse, which is what'll happen if they get really damaged. So I think those ones are okay. But anyway, we got what we came here to get, so let's go drop this off at the ranch. We're back at the ranch. I need to get this hay unloaded as fast as I can because I still have to run home and I've got a few more chores that I got to do there before I go to work. Back home now. It's 7 o'clock, so I really need to get moving. But the last 2 things that I need to do are feed these pigs and feed the goats as well. I finally got my soybean meal yesterday.
So I can now mix up the ration that I've been wanting to give these pigs, which is about 20 to 21% protein. So I'm gonna do that now. Doesn't that look good? That is gonna do it for chores here. I need to go change my clothes now. I can't go to work looking like this. And see if wife and daughter are up yet. I think they are because the dogs are out and I didn't let them out. So they must be up. Good morning. Hello. Hi.
Say bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy.
All right, I got my lunch, my ID badge, and I think everything that I need to go to work. So as some of you know, I've gotten a new job here in the last month. I'm an ag biologist for the county that I live in. So that means a couple things. Number one, the hours are different than what I was doing before. And number two, I can't film at all at this job. So a day in the life is gonna have to resume at 5 o'clock when I get off. Finally, workday is over. So I'm on my way home now, but before I can go home, I first need to swing by the ranch again. And I just like, every day before I go home, I like to go to the ranch and do a lap and just check on all the cows, make sure everything looking good, make sure nobody broke any pipes or anything like that while I was gone, so that I don't have any unpleasant surprises in the morning. As I drive around the ranch, I'm mostly just looking for anything that jumps out at me. You know, cows that don't look good for one reason or another, but everything I'm seeing here looks fine, so I think I can go home. Finally, I'm home. So all I have left to do before I can really call it a day is I have to feed those pigs their dinner. I'm not going to show you guys that because you've already seen it 100 times. And the last thing I have to do is edit this video and get it posted. Thanks for hanging out with me on my day today, guys, and I hope I'll see you again on Farmer Tyler Ranch.